So when we look at this, Chris doing a great job in bothering the defence, but where we get to this point, how much help do we need to send? He's a small guy, we've got a big threat there. Jace is in a good position to hedge cover both his man. Chris is in a good position, but with Emmett already there, you know, the threat's always going to be that they've drawn too much defence. They're going to just drop off to him. So I prefer us to look at the threat matrix and say he's our biggest threat, the big. So we want to stay with him. Emmett does his job. If he makes the layup, good on him. But we're in a really good position to be able to get the rebound and get back into transition with our smaller guards being able to run straight from where they are. This here is great eyes. Coop's drawn, Max is all alone, and then Max do what you do. Get downhill, we bump the defender, we get the foul. It's perfect, mate. That's what we need from you. Again, something I talk about a lot is managing your height versus the person that is guarding you. Lun, in this case, keeps the ball low with a shorter defender. All we're doing is playing into his advantage because we're keeping the ball at a height which he can access. I would prefer to see the ball nice and high. He's going to struggle to get up there, and you can pivot from a high position better than you can pivot from a low one. And as we see with the outcome, yeah, we try and pass it low. He's already low, so you can get that. Chris does a great job in getting it back, but yeah, just manage that a bit better. The other thing I want to come back to is the fact that we've left this massive, huge gap here with the big going back to the 1 meter circle. Max, you need to fill that spot, and then we're basically into thumbs up. And if we look at the last bit of film just then, we could see Max going downhill was a real threat for them. So we're likely to pull 2 or 3 defenders coming in, trying to stop him from getting downhill, which is then going to open up 3-point shots here. Even if Lun repositions to the pocket, there's another one as well. Now this is a great time to show you what happens when a full court press comes, and we can use the play called anchor, which is in the manual. Whenever they send the help, it usually comes from the guy guarding the baseline. So you can see Max here, he's got the double team coming to him. And if you look behind him, we have Max and Coops on your own. Now, if we look at the playbook, The idea here is that we always should be going back to the anchor because it will be the one person who usually is unmanned. So in this case, whether it be Coops or Max, we would send the ball back to them, which frees us up a bit of space. Now, because we obviously have two players both unmanned and there's only one other defender, it gives us then an extra pass to be able to get ourselves up over the halfway line as quickly as possible. But if we don't, we always want to go back to that anchor theory where the person behind us should be unmanned. So we go backwards to go forwards. And that works perfectly. It doesn't have to be pretty, but it definitely worked. This is some great defensive work. Chris, Coops, getting out, recovering. Arguably, that's not a foul. So, really good defense from that group there. Lauren, just a note, don't stop. You've got room in front of you. Keep pushing. You're too good a basketballer to stop and do that. And Big Max, this is what I'm talking about. Every time you move downhill with the ball, they're fouling you. You've had 3 trips to the line or 2 trips to the line and an inbound. You have to be that threatening person. You don't have to be overly aggressive, but keep pushing forward and make your 3 throws. In this situation here, if you ever come up against this Max, the guy against you is a lot bigger. His one step is a lot bigger than your one step, so learn how to fake like you're going to box out or try and get in front of him, and then you slip around behind him. You usually find that they will put their weight and energy into trying to keep you out, which puts them off balance. You can usually slip underneath them with a really good chance to get a rebound, particularly for falls such as this one. So this is a great example of what happens when we don't run anchor on the full court press. So Max inbounds to Emmett. Emmett has the double team coming to him, but instead of Max just coming and being the anchor, Max looks to run up the court as quickly as he can. The help defense can see where Max is going. Jace is in a great position to be able to be a second or third pass, but also once Emmett gets that ball back to Max, Max has got room to dribble and then look to where to offload, whether it is to Jace, who probably would be all alone, or Emmett, who would have shrugged a double team, and then we get over. And the theory in this is easy. We want to go backwards to go forwards each time until we get over halfway. This is a perfectly executed cross play. Really great screen from Max and leaving Jace open for a good shot. And another great executed fence. Yeah, Emmett did well, bringing both defenders in front, leaving Jace with a good shot. Same thing again, and I'm just going to call it out so you guys can see it. You can see where the open man is, which is the anchor, Max at the back. And although we make a good pass here and Gus does get Jace on the run, having Gus and Emmett and Max, or every one of our team is in the back court. So Jace, being as quick as he is now in the front court trying to make a play on his own, and the result isn't great. The other thing you'll see in that set of plays then up until when Emmett makes the layup is they're trying to push us to go really fast, and the faster we go, the more mistakes we make. Yet they are slowing down and running through some sort of conceptual offense. We need to do the same. We need to not try and outrun everyone all the time and try and set something up that can give us a best look at the basket like that there from them. And again, the same thing here. Emmett's trying to outrun everyone, gets a good move, but you just let the big get his feet set and it's an easy block for him. Now this is a good place to stop because this is late in the game. I've set a team on there which was about trying to make the defense believe that everything we were going to run was inside, given that I'd put basically all my tall timber on. I've got a good shooter in Jace and a good shooter in Max, who we need the 3 points to get ourselves back into the game. So when we're setting this up here, I don't know what this is. I mean, you could have run a cross or you could have run a stack, but we should be looking to try and get our put 3 point shooters open like you've done before. We do a good job in getting Jace out to the ball, but then we just sort of leave him to try and go one-on-one, maybe come and set some screens, maybe even a bit of Spain action, just to try and free him up, because the more threes we get, the more we get back into the game. And this is just great defence. Not letting him walk down to the 3-point line, meeting him early, good steal. Just got to get the finish. And this is just bad. We've got 3 bigs here, even Max, and nobody's going for the ball. Nobody's looking for the rebound. And again, if we look at threat matrix, Max has to come across and cover both. If he didn't make that, he was going to pass it, and the big would have made it. So So that was the game, boys. Overall, it was pretty good. I was pretty happy with what I saw. Obviously, we made a lot of mistakes, but the three things I want to leave you with is one is to remember advantages versus disadvantages. Understand the threat matrix and see who are our threats. Play your defense accordingly, and then also looking from the offensive end, we want to find the weakest links if we can, or try and get mouse in the house where we've got the mismatch, and also playing to our strengths, which is we've got some great shooters on the team. We need to put more threes up, and we need to be more effective from the 3-point line. It helps both ends of the floor, both sides of the offensive line rather. The other is control your tempo. We just seem like we want to run all the time, which is fine, but we just don't have a running team. Controlling our tempo, as we saw they do, gives them opportunities to get their shooters engaged, as well as looking for where the good pass is or the extra pass to try and get the best result for a shot. And the last one is run your sets. I put the sets together for a reason, because a lot of the things that I've seen in my life, I saw on the floor there, and a couple of the things that we could have run, particularly looking at thumbs up, our inbound plays, and even our full court press offensive strategy with anchor. These things will get you out of trouble quickly and put you into a position where you can be effective. But overall, pretty good, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks, boys.